For decades, the image of the royal family was one of polished, impenetrable unity. But today, that mask is slipping. No one bows and curtsies to the king with the same instinctive reverence once reserved for Elizabeth. And perhaps most tellingly, no one moves a limb, a muscle, or an ounce of effort to defend Queen Camilla as she faces the most significant crisis of her royal life. The ability to have somebody on the throne who epitomizes what you think your country stands for is a rare and fragile thing. And after years of simmering tension and internal conflict, Camilla's place within the hallowed halls of Buckingham Palace seems to have finally reached its breaking point. Reports are now circulating that the Queen Consort has been sent packing. And the architects of this removal are none other than the two most powerful women in the firm, Princess Anne and Catherine, the Princess of Wales. It began with a whisper in the corridors of Windsor, but it has since escalated into a full-scale dynastic civil war. Princess Anne, often described as the hardest-working royal and the keeper of the family's most sacred standards, reportedly made a revealing razor-sharp comment that triggered a chain reaction leading to the decision to sideline Camilla. While Anne has historically been a master of discretion, she has never been a fan of the woman she once viewed as a threat to the very integrity of the crown. Behind the scenes, there are growing signs that Princess Kate shares a similar stance, quietly but firmly supporting the move to distance the monarchy from the controversy that Camilla represents. But how exactly did things get to this point? What role are Anne and Kate playing in this high-stakes game of shadows? And why has the king's wife suddenly found herself isolated within her own palace? To understand the gravity of this moment, we have to look into Princess Anne's shocking revelation and the brewing storm behind the palace doors that has effectively sent Queen Camilla into a royal exile. The royal family is not nearly as perfect as the cinematic portrayals or the glossy magazine covers would have you believe. Behind the scenes, there is a constant, grueling effort to maintain a pristine public image. But underneath that veneer lies a hotbed of hidden tensions and primitive struggles for power. Every member of the family must perform a daily balancing act, weighing their personal feelings against their heavy responsibilities to the crown. In a world where the media watches their every move, examining every action and dissecting every glance, the pressure to uphold family loyalty can become a crushing weight. These behind-the-scenes struggles are a far cry from the glamorous image often portrayed. They are cold, calculated, and often brutal. This time it appears the princesses are at loggerheads with the Queen Consort, and the fallout is rewriting the future of the monarchy. Princess Anne, with her trademark no-nonsense attitude and unwavering commitment to her mother's legacy, is at the absolute forefront of this dispute. Lately, she has stepped out to voice her views about the new queen, and she is not mincing her words. Anne reportedly believes that Camilla is fundamentally unfit to rule the British monarchy as queen. She has gone as far as urging those within her circle not to refer to her as queen, a stance rooted in the painful memory of the affair between Charles and Camilla, while the beloved Lady Diana was still alive. From the dusty pages of history books, we have heard countless stories of royal scandals that threatened to topple the throne. We remember King George IV's forbidden marriage to the Catholic widow Maria Fitzherbert, and King Henry VIII's obsessive pursuit of a male heir that led him to tear down the religious fabric of England just to annul his marriage to Catherine of Aragon. It is safe to say that very few royals throughout the centuries have had a clean closet. So one might ask, how is it that Princess Anne's view of Camilla is so uniquely different and so damaging? The answer lies in the specific moral code of the House of Windsor that Queen Elizabeth II spent 70 years perfecting. Anne isn't just looking at a scandal. She is looking at a breach of the foundational trust between the sovereign and the people. While the royal family may have a polished image in the eyes of the public, they have long been a reservoir of dark truths and power struggles. The fact that they are able to maintain the stance that everything is fine is exactly what makes them such a subject of global fascination. The drama surrounding the British royal family is far from new, dating back many generations. But the latest chapter in the royal saga is one that no one could have predicted. At the heart of this controversy are King Charles, Camilla, and the subtle but lethal resistance from the younger generation of royals. Every public appearance is now a tactical battlefield. Every detail, from the way they stand to the smallest exchange of glances, is being analyzed for signs of friction. This constant scrutiny has sparked a never-ending cycle of speculation, creating rumors about alliances, grudges, and power struggles that unfold behind the palace walls. The public's thirst for royal drama is insatiable, and the royals are well aware of it. They have carefully crafted their public image over the years, yet despite the elegant exterior, all is not as pristine as it seems within Buckingham Palace. The cracks became impossible to ignore with Camilla's rise from being Charles's controversial partner to becoming his queen consort. Her ascent didn't just divide public opinion, it planted seeds of deep resentment among the royals themselves. This resentment is the core of the current crisis. Adding fuel to this fire are Harry and Meghan, whose exit from royal duties intensified the obsession with the family's internal workings. Their critical interviews have only complicated the monarchy's efforts to uphold its image of stability. But what we are witnessing today with Anne and Kate seems far deeper than the usual royal tensions. What once seemed like normal family disagreements has escalated into a profound issue that could potentially reshape the royal family as we know it. Princess Anne's revelation about Camilla was the catalyst. She reportedly pointed to the queen consort as a direct threat to the long-term survival of the royal system. This wasn't just a sister complaining about a sister-in-law. It was the anchor of the family, sounding an alarm. This revelation made the monarchy reconsider Camilla's position, leading to the startling conclusion that she must be moved to the periphery. The situation at Buckingham Palace is anything but straightforward, with numerous potential outcomes that leave even the most seasoned royal watchers struggling to keep up. It has become increasingly clear that within the inner sanctum, there are members who do not respect or support Camilla's role. Princess Anne and Princess Kate are historically known as the most duty-conscious members of the family. While Anne fulfills more engagements than almost anyone else, Kate is considered the most stable and popular presence in the family. For these two to align against Camilla is the ultimate checkmate. Anne's stern beliefs and no-nonsense attitude make it difficult for her to form close bonds with those she deems inconsistent with royal values. She is an extremist when it comes to the affairs of the monarch, determined to remove any obstacle that might pose a threat to the family's legacy. Princess Anne's reservations about Camilla's influence over King Charles are well documented among insiders. She worries about the lingering shadow of the past, specifically the tumultuous relationship between Charles and the late Princess Diana. To Anne, the threat is internal. This view became undeniably public, following a reported confrontation between the two women at a coronation dinner. The exchange was said to be so heated that it became clear to everyone in the room that Camilla's influence was in a state of rapid decline. While the tension had been brewing for years, the ascension of Charles to the throne acted as a pressure cooker, exposing the deep fault lines within the family. But it isn't just Anne. Princess Kate's role in this dynamic is perhaps even more significant because of what she represents the future. Known for her calm and diplomatic approach, Kate has largely stayed out of the mudslinging, but her silence is deafening. Her lack of vocal support for Camilla suggests a profound discomfort. In the world of the royals, where tradition is the most cherished value, small gestures carry the weight of an earthquake. During the coronation, Kate famously failed to bow to Camilla, an act that was symbolic of a much deeper refusal to acknowledge her authority. In royal theory, bowing or curtsying is a ritualized duty meant to depict the hierarchy. From the way royals bow to each other, one should be able to tell exactly who holds the power. Kate's choice not to curtsy was interpreted by many as a subtle signal of her personal reservations. While some argue that Kate was simply following a broader trend of modernizing the monarchy, replacing a formal curtsy with a subtle nod, the fact remains that Camilla ranks higher. For Kate, a woman who has spent years mastering every nuance of royal protocol, to forget to bow is a sacrilege that could only mean one thing: she does not approve of Camilla's position. This scenario would have played out very differently if Lady Diana were the one wearing the crown. Not just the royals, but the citizens of the United Kingdom frequently wonder, what if Diana were queen consort, the tension in the palace would be non-existent, and the conflict between the princes might never have happened. Kate, knowing she is the next in line to be queen consort, is posing as an exemplary figure. She is expected to make sacrifices for law and order, yet she chose this moment to stand her ground. Perhaps the monarchy is going through a metamorphosis. Under King Charles, there is a push to align the firm with the values of the 21st century. This might involve dropping certain rigid ideologies or traditions, like the mandatory bull. Some find this rebellion from Kate refreshing, seeing it as proof that the royals aren't just puppet heads fed with centuries-old scripts. It makes them more relatable to a modern audience. On the other hand, traditionalists argue that no royal should fancy themselves above the rituals that have lasted a lifetime. They believe that as their influence grows, Kate and William must be even more particular about upholding the formality that gestures represent. The controversy between Kate and Camilla is more than a question of etiquette. It is a preview of how the monarchy will evolve as the younger generation rises. And in this evolution, Camilla seems to be a vestige of a past that the family is eager to move beyond. The displeasure Princess Anne feels toward Camilla is a narrative that has been written in years of cold shoulders and pointed absences. For Camilla, the journey has always been uphill. She has spent much of her life surrounded by controversy, primarily due to the impact of her relationship with Charles on his first marriage. Diana famously referred to her as the third person in her marriage, and for many years, Camilla was the most unpopular woman in Britain. It wasn't until after Diana's death that the public began to soften, yet her reputation remained permanently tarnished. When she married Charles in 2005, she was given the title of Princess Consort instead of Princess of Wales, out of respect for Diana's memory and public sentiment. The transition to Queen Consort upon Charles's ascension was another flashpoint seen by many as a betrayal of Diana's legacy. Over time, Camilla has tried to forge her own path through charity work and literacy programs. Yet the shadow of the past is long and dark. Representations in the media, such as the dramatizations in The Crown, have only kept the controversy at the forefront of public discussion, often depicting her in a way that fuels mixed feelings. The reality of her past cannot be ignored, and the continued focus on her role in the breakdown of Charles and Diana's marriage ensures that she remains a divisive figure. While she has worked hard to establish herself as a key figure in the modern monarchy, her legacy is still inextricably linked to the 1990s. Princess Anne, who lived through those years as a primary witness to the pain caused to her family, and the institution clearly has justifiable grounds for her stance. She sees the monarchy not just as a family but as a sacred trust, and she believes that the Queen must be above reproach. The clash between Anne's old-world grit and Camilla's complicated history has reached its inevitable conclusion. With Kate standing by Anne's side, the message to Camilla is clear: you may have the title, but you do not have the heart of the house. As the younger generation takes more control, the subtle transitioning of power away from the consort and toward the blood royals will only accelerate. What we are seeing now is the quiet rewriting of the royal story. The move to send Queen Camilla packing from the central operations of Buckingham Palace is a monumental shift. It signals that the king's authority is not absolute when it comes to the family's internal standards. Anne and Kate have formed an alliance of necessity and principle, ensuring that the future of the crown looks more like the steady, dutiful Elizabeth and less like the scandalous era of the 90s. The drama only gets better from here as the world watches how Charles reacts to the isolation of his wife. Will he side with his heart or with the future of his dynasty? The royal saga continues to be the greatest show on earth because it mirrors our own human struggles, loyalty, betrayal, and the quest for redemption on a stage made of gold and history. Camilla's story is one of perseverance, but Princess Anne's story is one of survival. And in the Game of Thrones, survival always beats redemption. The tension behind the palace doors has finally boiled over, and for Queen Camilla the quiet storm has turned into a hurricane that may finally blow her away from the center of the royal world. As the sun sets over Buckingham Palace, the quiet activity inside suggests a house in transition. The papers are being signed, the roles are being redefined, and the influence of the third person is finally being erased by the combined will of the anchor and the future. Whether one views this as a justified cleansing of the crown's image, or a cruel dismissal of a woman who has served her time, the impact on the British monarchy is undeniable. The era of Camilla is fading, and the era of Kate, guided by the iron hand of Anne, is beginning. It is a transition that ensures the monarchy remains not just a relic of the past, but a functioning, respected institution for the 21st century. The public demands a queen who represents their ideals, and in the absence of Diana, the royal family has decided that the best way forward is to rely on those who have never wavered. The saga of the Windsors is entering its most disciplined chapter yet, and while the halls of the palace may be a little quieter without the controversy, they are also a little more secure. Camilla's removal is not just a family matter. It is a statement to the world that the British crown belongs to those who honor its history without exception. As we conclude this look into the secret wars of the palace, one thing remains certain: the British royal family will never stop surprising us. The power of Princess Anne's stern principles and Princess Kate's diplomatic silence has proven more effective than any public scandal. They have protected the throne by looking it in the eye and demanding better. The journey of Queen Camilla has been long and fraught with challenges, but it seems the final obstacle, the one she could never truly overcome, was the memory of the woman she replaced. In the end, the crown is not just a piece of jewelry. It is a weight that only the strongest can carry, and according to the women who know it best, Camilla's time as its bearer has come to an end. The palace gates remain closed, but the truth has found its way out, reminding us all that in the world of the royals, nothing is ever truly forgotten, and no move is ever without consequence. The future of the monarchy now rests in the hands of those who stayed behind, those who remembered the rules, and those who refused to let the past define the future. The transformation is complete, the pack is ready, and the Queen Consort's chapter is drawing to its final, silent close. Thank you for staying with us as we bared the secrets of the throne. The drama of the crown is endless, and we are just beginning to see the true power of the women who hold it together. Like, share, and subscribe to stay tuned for the next revelation in this ongoing royal saga. The next video on your screen will take you even deeper into the lives of the world's most mysterious family. You won't want to miss it.